I can't see real good to read. I'm going to say a few words to open it. My grandson Troy is going to read.
Move the mic.
Remembrances, memories, and so on that we had. My son-in-law has worked like the devil getting stuff together for us. And in 1942, this was the site of the honor roll, whereas the guys went into the Army, Navy, Marine Corps, and others. Their names were on the sign, and we have a picture of that dedication in 1942 over there on the side. We have lists of all the names, World War II, and Vietnam and Korea. And then in 1947, after a year in occupation army in Germany, I came back home to Keeseville, and when I was in, just a side note, when I was in Georgia and other places,
there you go.
I said when I got back to Keeseville, I was never going to leave here the rest of my life, and I haven't. I intend to be planted right here. Anyhow, one of the first jobs I had was in my father as iron workers, working at this site. It was, this originally years ago was a hotel, huge big old hotel, and it burned. And then in 1947, there was a foundation put in here, and being iron workers, we put in the reinforcing rods and the platform where the station was built, which later became an insurance company. And when we were working here, it just kind of bothered me that the honor roll was gone. And so I always felt that should be here. I never thought that we'd have a beautiful memorial like that, but real pleased that we could. And so I've written down some of my memories, and my grandson Troy is going to read them.
First of all, thank you for everyone for coming out today. Greatly appreciated. These are my grandfather's words. I'm just reading them for him. The honor roll was a listing of men and women from the towns of Ausable and Chesterfield that were in the armed services in World War II. In 1947, the honor roll disappeared, and a gas station and then an insurance company were here. When the retaining walls deteriorated, and it looked like the building would go down the river, I acquired the site and gave it to the village for a Veterans Memorial, which I always felt the site should be. There were many people involved in preparing for today. I would like to thank all of you. Thanks to June Vanette and Colin McDonough for locating and printing the names of those on the original honor roll and those serving in World War I, World War II, Korea, Vietnam, and other wars. Scott Campbell at the Friends of North Country helped with the funding of the project. Luck Brothers donated the use of their crane and an operator to offload and set the sculpture. Steve Engelhart helped me to find a stone sculptor in Barrie, Vermont, and took me over to Barrie at least 3 or 4 times to check the progress of the sculpture here today. Our mayor, Megan Rock, with the help of the towns of Ausable and Chesterfield, has made it happen in spite of several obstacles such as state funding for the new retaining wall with the DEC and APA restrictions and others. A very special thank you to the sculptor Jerry Williams, who's here today, for a beautiful piece of granite sculpted into this magnificent memorial here. I have always felt that this location should be used to honor our people who left their families, homes, and jobs, some right out of school, to go where needed to defend our country. I will just name a few. Jimmy Doyle was in the invasions of North Africa, Sicily, and Italy. Cecil Patnaud was in combat near Florence, Italy, and saw our bombers blast the monastery off the mountain at Monte Cassino. The monastery was where the Germans were controlling the artillery fire against our troops. Doc Lamar, our dentist, was himself at the Battle of the Bulge and accepted the surrender of German soldiers. My brother Herb Moore fought at Bastogne during the Battle of the Bulge. In Korea, my good friend Don Brown. In Vietnam, Lionel Bluen, Gerald Mace, my son Russell Moore, and many, many more. These men served our country when we needed them, and most came back to the homes and jobs to resume their lives, and we don't even know the sacrifices that they made until we read their obituaries.
I dedicate this memorial to the men and women who have sacrificed their time and went and I honor them very deeply in my heart.